Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the webinar today. We're very excited to go over the brand new integration between Handle and Kenect, as well as how the integration and Kenect services can really drive your revenue growth, customer satisfaction, all through the power of business texting. We are going to get started here in just about 2 minutes. It looks like we have quite a few people still trying to sign into the webinar, so we're going to give them a little extra time to do exactly that. So please hang tight. We will get started here briefly. Looks like we just had another big group sign in. We are giving everyone a little extra time to join us, so please hang tight. Thank you for coming on. All right. Looks like we got the majority of the group signed in, so we'll get things started. First, I'd like to begin with introductions and a brief overview of the plan for today. So first, I'd like to introduce Ben Cox over at Texada. Ben, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us a bit about who you are, what you do, and maybe a little bit about the topic of today.
Thank you, Cameron. I'm Ben Cox. I'm the Chief Product Officer at Texada. I've been with Texada for a little over 1.5 years now, but my background is really in construction and construction technology, with a little bit of a detour through consulting and private equity along the way. And I'm excited to be on this webinar with Kenect. Kenect's a partner of ours. Part of our strategy as a CRM provider to heavy equipment businesses is to recognize that we operate in an ecosystem of tools that are solving problems for you, our dealer customers. And so we have an open API architecture and a rich partner system to enable you to use various tools that connect into our products and together make an even better solution than either product on its own. So with that, I'm excited to be on this webinar and also to share with you, with Cameron, what Kenect is doing in connection with our Handle CRM.
Fantastic, thank you, Ben. Now, as for myself, my name is Cameron Jarvis, and I am the Partnerships Manager here at Kenect. I have about 10 years background in sales, tech, marketing, and partnerships. And both Ben and I are here to walk you through, again, the incredible integration that we built together and the vast benefits it can have for your dealership. Now, today, the plan is to run through Kenect as a whole, give you some background on really who we are, what we do, and how we do it. From there, we will go through somewhat of a demonstration through slides and exhibit some of the key differentiators and benefits that it has for our current dealerships. From there, we'll dive into the exact details around the integration and how the two systems communicate and work together to give you a great experience. Then we'll finish off with a quick Q&A. So if there are any questions along the way, please make sure to submit those through the chat function within the GoToWebinar panel that should be to the side of your screen. And I'll get to those at the end, as well as Ben, once we finish up the presentation. Plan is to get you out of here in about 30 minutes or so, try to keep things brief to the point. So without further ado, we'll get things started. Now, for those of you not super familiar, Kenect is a texting and reputation management platform for dealerships throughout all of North America. We are located in the Silicon Slopes of Utah, about 30 minutes south of Salt Lake. Our original founders were running dealerships themselves and therefore built their tool to be for dealerships just like you. We've been around for a while now, about 7 or 8 years of being in business and serving our dealers. So we've accrued well over 10,000 active dealership locations currently utilizing the product. A good portion of those are, of course, heavy equipment, with specifically about 343 locations being Kubota and 55 being John Deere. We have well over 100,000 active users currently on the platform at this very moment, and both millions of reviews as well as customer conversations have been generated and conducted through the platform. Now, one big reason for this is, of course, our strategic relationships like we have with Handle, making the system incredibly easy for our dealers to use and just overall making a better experience. But we take that a step further by partnering with the OEMs out there that really seem to have a great impact for our dealers, of course. Some of the main ones I'll highlight here. We have well over 170 partners total between our integrations, referral partnerships, and manufacturers. But some of our most well-known partners, Kubota, of course, Bobcat. We just started partnering with New Holland this year, as well as Deutz Fahr and Case IH. The list goes on, but if you carry some of these manufacturers, you might have co-op funds available to you for Kenect services. Now, Kenect exists for our dealers for a variety of reasons, but this slide kind of sums up where we fit in. Really, Kenect helps drive home proactive communication, and of course, that's facilitated through our premier business texting. Our business texting helps you be proactive in all stages of the communication process through your sales or service funnel, pre-purchase, purchase, repair, and own and use. And you can see, I won't read every bullet point here, but the various steps where we can help, of course, meet the needs and expectations of your customers and solve maybe some issues that you could be facing right now. Now, there are 4 key ways that we help our dealerships connect better with their customers. And this sums up Kenect in a nutshell here. These are the 4 key elements. The first one being we help our dealers communicate much more efficiently and effectively with two-way and broadcast text messaging from the main dealership phone number. So that's something I'll highlight here. We do take your main number that's listed on Google, Facebook, or your website as your main office dealership number, and we convert it into a textable number so that not only phone calls, but text can be routed through their one centralized location. From there, we take it a step further by generating you significantly more leads through texting, through our Kenect web chat, texting from your website, helping customers reach out to you easier, faster, and capturing their information at a much higher rate. We also help with the payments process by making it a much faster and easier process through text to pay. And lastly, and most importantly, actually for a good amount of our dealerships out there, we help manage your online reputation by generating significantly more 5-star reviews on a consistent basis for both Google and Facebook, the 2 sites that matter the absolute most. So as noted before, and I'll note it again here, texting is how we facilitate our various features and benefits. And the reason we've chosen texting as the main facilitator is due to some of these facts listed here. Your customers just plain prefer it. It's about 89% of consumers out there prefer to interact with businesses via text messaging rather than phone calls, especially for quick questions, the initial inquiries, quick approvals, getting things done, whatever it may be. For those especially short interactions, it's the preferred method. And one reason for that is that it's read much faster and at a higher rate. 98% of all text messages are opened, and 95% are read within just a few minutes, which I don't think I have to harp on it, but I will anyway. Email as well as phone call, much lower when it comes to open rates or response rates as well within a timely manner. And to give you a real life example of this, of course, fewer than 20% of consumers are answering phone calls, especially from unknown numbers. But for the real life example, for those of you listening in on the webinar right at this very moment, if you were to receive a phone call to your cell phone right now, chances are you're not answering that, especially if it's unknown. However, if you received a text message, it doesn't matter who it's from. It's very easy to keep listening in, read that text, and respond if necessary. And that's the main difference. So we've summed up, some of the key elements of Kenect and really what makes our service, some of the key differentiators we make for our dealerships. But here's some of the practical applications of the service. A lot of our dealers currently utilize us to schedule and automate appointments, reminders, status updates, as well as send out quick info, hours, maps when units are ready. We also streamline the warranty extension process, as well as maintenance notices, scheduling messages, payments, again, making that a much easier process for both the dealer and the customer, boosting their star rating, getting their stack ranking on Google to be much higher. When someone searches a dealership near them, are you popping up or not? Getting that solved for the dealer. Helping our dealers interact with customers by responding to each and every single review so that, again, that their online presence is as strong as possible. Doing everything that they were doing through email, like photos, videos, invoices, and PDFs, through the more efficient and effective form, of course, which is text, and helping with lead generation and just lead handling. Now, starting with the lead generation piece, this is our Kenect web chat, also known as the Text Us button or Kenect website widget, as the arrow points to. And to highlight one of our existing customers, Westside Tractor Sales currently utilizes the product and enjoys the Text Us button on the website. Now, why this is so important, why this makes a difference here, as we've already established, texting is the preferred method. Therefore, we see that have a big impact on leads captured. It's about 260% more leads captured from your website, because customers just plain don't want to, fill out a long form and hope to be contacted at a time that they may or may not be free. They don't want to call and wait on hold for who knows how long. We know you're busy, and sometimes that wait time isn't what customers are looking for. And believe it or not, if it's a chat bubble that holds them hostage to your site, that's not the preferred way either. Once they text you and communicate from the more at their leisure, it's really what gets not only their lead information captured, but a preferred method for speaking with you going forward. And here's how that works. So our Kenect Web Leads widget, once someone texts into you, they will be routed through a customized routing system as pictured here. If you're a multi-location dealer, locations will be listed first. From there, departments as well. For the example pictured, it's sales, service, and parts. Once that customer clicks on the correct location and department, they will be sending you a very simple text message with compliance automatically given so that you as the dealer are covered. That lead is then filtered to the Kenect inbox and allows your employee teams to see and respond to those texts in real time. And this solves a lot of the issues of utilizing personal cell phones because you're texting from that, of course, professional business line. All of those numbers and contacts, the conversation history, all tracked within the system. So when someone leaves, maybe your sales or service manager moves on, you're not losing all of that customer history. Now, here's a quick look at the Kenect inbox and the tool itself. So once those leads are captured from your website or social media accounts like Facebook and Instagram and whatnot, those leads will be routed here. And as you can see, this is very similar to an email inbox, and that's by design. It's easy to use, intuitive, and the team at your dealership will pick it up quite quickly because of how similar it is to email. One quick fact we'll highlight here, a business is 21 times more likely to qualify a lead with fast response time rather than waiting 30+ minutes. And lead response times, especially for dealerships, is just a bit too high. And one way that you can really differentiate yourself is by ensuring that you are the dealer that's responding to an incoming lead or question first. couple more things I'll note here before we move on. You have access to a plethora of tools. We won't be able to talk about each and every one today. However, we'll note a few of them here. You're able to attach, of course, photos, videos, PDFs, request for views, payments, even video chat from the tool. We'll talk about those in a little bit more detail. Now, in addition to the desktop version of Kenect, we of course have a mobile app as well. The mobile app allows you to do everything I was just talking about from your phone and from each of your, say service managers or whoever's utilizing the Kenect app and customer facing in your dealership will also be able to take those incoming leads and questions and customer conversations on the go with them. They are notified of those leads incoming in real time, which again leads to a much higher or much faster response rate. Lead conversion rates are 8 times higher within the first 5 minutes of contact, and that's what this mobile app really helps you do, while also letting you enjoy a lot of those various tools that we talked about, like the quick replies, requesting reviews, payments, video chatting, scheduling messages for follow-up, and more. Now, not only are we helping with lead generation and of course lead handling, Kenect is heavily utilized in a lot of our dealer service departments because of the efficiency boost it gives. We found that we cut down unnecessary call traffic by about 31%, decreased voicemails left by 84%, and at the end of the day, saving almost 45 minutes per day per person in the parts and service departments. Some of the reasons for this is that your customers very much prefer efficient communication. Kenect texting enables quick updates, allows you to let them know where the repair status is. Again, communicate with them as something new pops up. Remind them of when things will be ready, whatever it may be. Real-time updates is important, again, especially if it's taking longer. Allows you to personalize your service as all of this conversation history is saved, so you can tailor your service recommendation based on the unit maintenance history. And just to make sure, in case it's not clear enough, customers love that proactive communication and it has impacts on your NPS score. Now to show off our video chat tool here, the video chat is very, very simple. It's exactly video chat just through Kenect. It doesn't require the dealership or your customer to download a third-party app like Zoom or Microsoft Teams, nothing like that. You're able to instantly send a link through text to your customer that they can click on. You also click on, and then you're video chatting, doing a live walk around, answering questions, building credibility, building a relationship, and offering a digital experience that a lot of the time your competitor just isn't. Text to pay is also something that really makes you attractive to a customer that wants to do things virtually or digitally or just more conveniently. Our text to pay offers the contactless payment method with, again, that really high text open rate. It allows for various use cases such as collecting deposits and payments via text with that high open rate on service tickets, special order parts, allows for conveniences such as curbside pickups, after hours pickups, and remote drop-offs, and a couple extra benefits for the dealership, of course, like getting paid faster, reducing your accounts receivable, while also enjoying next day funding and 100% secure PCI compliance. Now, by this point, it should be getting pretty clear how Kenect texting really helps you streamline your communication one-to-one with your customers and offer a much better interaction than either you were before or what your competitors are doing. But we take it a step further by offering our broadcast messaging and helping you communicate in mass. So this broadcast messaging, also known as mass text marketing or just mass texting, allows dealerships to send hundreds, if not thousands of customers a message all at once. Some use cases here: sending invites and notices for events, promos, or services, communicating out updates or moving locations, whatever it is, to, again, thousands of customers all at once, re-engaging old contacts, those that may have done business with you in a while back, but haven't done so recently, following up with maybe prospects you weren't able to close, and probably the most popular one here, warranty extensions, right? Instead of having to call hundreds and hundreds of customers or take hours to do that task and not get a hold of very many people, our dealers will send a quick text to a few hundred dealers all at once to get them to extend their warranties, and they'll see a much higher open rate than other forms listed here in the chart. A 98% open rate, which leads to about a 45% response rate, which just makes their campaign and their outreach much more effective. Again, to make sure it's extra clear here, that warranty update is probably the most used. Sending review requests and instantly boosting your ranking on Google by getting a bunch of 5-star reviews all at once. Invites, notifications, all of that. Product upsells as well. And again, reducing cost per customer touch for direct mail pieces just because of how much more effective it is. Now, the last piece of Kenect that we'll hit on before we dive into the integration details, and of course do a Q&A here at the end, is our online reputation piece. The online reputation services and tools that Kenect has make quite a large difference for our dealers for a couple of reasons. The first one being, reviews matter to your customers. Your customers very much care what those reviews say, especially on Google, because that's where people are going first. 93% are consumers out there are going to utilize reviews as the first step in choosing a business, and 87% will use low reviews, whether it's low quantity or low quality, as a reason not to go with you. It's a disqualifier. So that's reason number one. Your customers care about those reviews. They want to see close to 5 stars. They want to see that you have more than 50, hopefully over 100. And so that's reason number one. Reason number two is that Google cares about your reviews. When someone searches dealership near me, I need a tractor, whatever their Google search is, Google will populate results based off of a few factors. One of them, of course, being location, but another and very heavily weighted one, of course, is your reviews. Your reviews will stack rank you, and if you are not in that top 3, you just aren't getting clicked nearly enough. So what we do, we help you drive those positive reviews and do so with a purpose, right? Because if you're not driving positive reviews on your own right now, who's giving you the reviews? The people that are going to go out of their way to do so, which usually means they're upset. So what we do, we make it incredibly easy for your customers to leave you reviews, and usually even automate this process or set it up somewhere for you to easily be able to do it through the Kenect system so that you are getting 5-star reviews on a consistent basis. This tool can do quite a lot. We won't be able to get into every single detail, but I do want to show you briefly how it works. And we've highlighted one of our existing customers who has well over, I think it's 700 or 800 reviews currently with a 4.7 average, Tulsa, New Holland. This is how the process works. Again, we make sure that every customer, sales and service or parts is getting a review request. And it'll look something like this: your logo, as well as a templated message of your choice, and link to leave you a review will be sent from your main dealership phone number. Again, it'll be a recognizable, your professional business number. That customer will then click that link and let us know whether they recommend your dealership or not. And this is something that really sets Kenect apart. No other review generation does this. We ask them, do you recommend the dealership? If they click yes, which will be the majority of the time because you're running a great dealership, of course, they will be routed to either Google or Facebook to leave you that 5-star review. If they did not, you're not perfect. There's going to be some customers that had, a poor experience, or they got mad about something, whatever it is. They will be routed to give you private feedback, which can help mitigate 1-star reviews, but also allow you the opportunity to fix this situation and earn their business moving forward. So not only are we going to stop those 1-star reviews a lot of the time, we can help you fix them in the best way possible. But in the more likely scenario where they enjoyed the interaction with you, they're leaving that 5-star review, and they've done so in maybe 30 seconds, very, very quickly, made it so easy for them that there's no reason for them not to do it. And again, for those that may not have had the best experience, they are getting private feedback to you, actually texted to someone in charge of the dealership. That's someone of your choice, right? Could be the GM or even owner, whoever has admin access on the Kenect tool will get that direct feedback, and you can even text them back from that private feedback and help resolve it through text. Call them, hop on it, and of course, again, turn that frown upside down and make that situation a good one. We found that customers who had a complaint resolved to their satisfaction are even more loyal than customers who had no issues at all. So again, not only stopping those 1-star reviews, but giving you the opportunity to make it a great situation. So as I stated, that really rounds up the Kenect tool and the various ins and out of the product. So at this point, I'd love to go into the integration that we have with Handle and what we've been working on for our dealers. So the integration is really quite simple yet very effective and helps our dealers utilize both the tools more cohesively. So Contact Sync allows for your contacts to sync from Handle to Kenect. That's included in the integration. Additionally, you're able to send and receive all of your text messages to the Kenect platform or through Handle. So you can see text messages in the account activity for each account in Handle as pictured below. And of course, connect your business lines and configure them on a per store basis. So make sure that that is organized and easy to manage through the Handle tool. Here's a quick look at Kenect texting from within Handle. What this does, this integration allows you to consolidate all your customer communications, including texts, in the account records, so you never lose visibility of what's happening in any account. You can also send and receive all your texts to the Kenect platform or send them through Handle, and as you do that, those text messages are visible inside the account activity. We've made it incredibly easy to text, as pictured here and outlined. You hover over the mobile number, icon will appear, you click on that, you're able to send text messages, and all of the conversation history is posted within both systems, but most importantly in Handle, so that you're not doing a lot of jumping back and forth. Now, Ben, at this point, do you have anything that you'd like to say around the integration or any key benefits that you'd like to highlight before we move on to wrapping up here with a quick couple of last slides?
All right, there. Now I'm unmuted. Yeah, thank you. No, I think what this just shows is how this is a seamless integration that allows you to both have all your customer communications in one place, but also communicate with the customer in the way that they want to be communicated with. And to the points Cameron's making, the outcome is a better customer relationship, and hopefully they spend more money with you. And that's ultimately where we all want to go here, is growing our businesses. So thanks, Cameron.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ben. Now, I want to give you some hard numbers here and examples of really the impact that we make once we're online with a dealership. Once you got Kenect services up and going, your team's adopted it, and even you're integrated with Handle, will make your service and parts much more efficient, give your customers a convenient experience. Again, with the preferred form of communication, I can't harp on it enough, two-way text messaging, and give your staff much, much higher open rates, and the days of phone tag back and forth and trying to get a hold of people, leaving voicemails, and switch over to quick response times and getting things done. Additionally, Kenect will help you generate dozens of 5-star reviews immediately and then consistently after that. Kenect text messaging generates about 35 times more reviews than any other method. That means email and phone call, of course. We'll help you increase your online conversions. When a business has 150 or more reviews, it can generate up to a 10% increase in prospect conversion rates, so it has quite a large impact. And at the end of the day, our dealers just sell more. So stand out from your competition, convert more prospects into buyers, and get contacted via website texting. About double, if not triple, the amount of leads you're getting from your website now through that website web chat button. So that wraps up the presentation for today. As I promised, about 30 minutes is where we landed. I want to give some time for any questions that have come across, and of course route you to these two locations as well if you are interested in hearing from Handle about how this integration works or the setup, or if you'd like to chat with Kenect and see the product live, or see if this service could work for your dealership and be a good fit for you. So I'll highlight those two pieces right now. Handle at customertracks.com for their outreach. For us, you can text or call at 888-972-7422, and we'll gladly help you out. Now let me take a look at the first question that's come across here. It's quite long. I'm going to go ahead and read it out from paraphrase here. So how do you guys handle privacy and legality around texting with consent and opt-in? Do you store customers' contact data? Okay, and then do you handle removal requests? So great questions, actually. Yes, we have a few different ways that we help manage your consent compliance and the legality around texting. One of them, of course, is included in that text us button, which I highlighted already. So when someone texts in, consent compliance and everything to make sure that you are covered is already done right from the start. Now, for those customers that haven't come through the texting widget, we have multiple methods to ensure that you are consent compliant. We have opt-out available as well. And yes, we do take care of if the customer opts out, making sure that they will not be contacted and that texting won't happen. Additionally, yes, we do within our system, we can store contact data, and like we talked about in the integration, the Handle contacts will be synced to Kenect so that you're able to text them from the tool. And removal requests, yes, we can take care of removal requests. Again, usually it's through our opt-out function, but there's about 3 or 4 other methods that I won't go into detail now that Kenect takes to ensure that you are fully compliant. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of the 10 DLC laws that were passed still somewhat recently at the end of last year. A lot of the other texting providers, if you do have one, either made you register your number or jump through some hoops to get it done. We actually take care of that for you. So I really appreciate you asking that, Louis. We 100% are proactive and on top of making sure that our dealers are fully compliant. We go much more above and beyond than I'd say any other texting providers, especially for your regular DMS. But let's see, I think that question is summed up there. We do have another question asking about how many users can I have on the Kenect platform? That is a great question. So of course you're going to be able to text through Handle, which is applicable for everyone that's on Handle. But if you'd like to give them access to the Kenect tool and manage conversations through there, reviews, analytics, all of the various little features and benefits we went over today, you can add on as many users as you'd like. We actually prefer that you do. Anyone that's customer facing and can utilize the product, we want you to add on, and it will not cost you anything extra. We do not charge per user. The only thing that affects cost is rooftops. So if you're a multi-location dealer and you need multiple locations set up with multiple numbers, that's when pricing changes. But as far as users go, we encourage you to add more and get more people on the product utilizing it. All right, it looks like we have a question around payments here. Let's see. Do I have to switch all of my payments over to Kenect? If so, how does that work? Great question. If you are interested in Kenect services, you do not have to switch all of your payments over to us. If you just like to utilize us for our text to pay feature and send payments links and take payments through us there, that's totally fine. You can keep your point of sale system and the other, maybe the payment option you have on your website, that's all fine. However, if you prefer to switch to us, we usually do have pretty low rates as well as conveniences with those payments. You can do so. You can do so, and it wouldn't be a big deal, but not required. All right. Well, it looks like that is going to wrap things up here. Looks like that was our last question. So if there are any further, or if you want to ask something a little bit more specific to you, feel free to, again, reach out to either one of these. We'd gladly set up a meeting with you, get you a live demonstration, and answer anything in detail with you. But at this point, I'd love to thank everyone for joining in. We know you're busy. Appreciate your time. Ben, is there anything you'd like to finish with before we wrap it up?
Nope. Thanks everyone for joining. We appreciate it.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you for joining on, Ben, and thank you everybody else. We'll chat with you soon.